Hello, welcome. My name's Maria McGrath, founder of Restore Balance and Harmony, and today I want to share with you three keys for lasting change. Let me do this. The three key factors for real and lasting change, for transformation, to clear out the mindset, the blocks, the negative beliefs that you are struggling with. Now, today, because I don't want this to be too long, I'm only going to concentrate on one, perhaps touch a little bit on the second one. However, I will probably create a video on the other two because I don't want it to be too long. So again, I'm Maria, creative transformologist and leading feminine emotional intelligence activator. So really expanding and evolving in emotional intelligence, growing, changing the perceptions that are currently holding you stuck to really move forward and get to where we want to be in our business and in life. So you're probably here because you feel like there's something missing. Okay, on the outside to everybody else, everything looks great. You look like you're kicking goals, and you may feel like you're kicking goals and doing well in your life and career, but there's something in one area that you may not be. Okay, your career, you might be going great to a certain point, and then you get stuck and just can't break through the glass ceiling. Perhaps you're great in your career and not so much in your personal life. There's guilt and other things that you're struggling with in one area or the other. You want to feel happy. You think that you should feel happy. Should is a very, very negative word. You should visit your mother. You should be making more money. You should be spending more time with the kids. You should. Okay, and you're stuck in this place where you should be doing so many different things, and all that's causing you is negative emotions, feelings of guilt, feeling like you're letting people down, wanting to people please, but just you've got so many balls in the air that nothing's really working the way that you want it to. Okay, so you're struggling to find a balance, struggling to find joy. You feel blocked and you're searching for answers, but you just can't seem to find them. So here I've just quickly got the three key reasons why the current personal development tools that you're using right now are not working for you. And understanding these three things is the fastest way to turning your results around. And when you know these and you work with me, you have guaranteed results. So the one we're concentrating on today is your female mind, your female difference, okay? Right now, 99% of personal development, all the courses, the programs, the gurus, the therapies even that are around are created by the male brain, and therefore they work absolutely perfectly fine for the male brain. But there's a lot of bits and pieces that the male brain does not know, does not understand. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. It just is what it is. Okay, so you're here because you feel like there's something missing. On the outside, everything well, we've just gone over that. So in this presentation, we'll talk about why all the things that you've tried haven't worked, why as women we are wired differently, and this is so simple, so much common sense. However, it's not in our awareness that this is important, this is needed. So we're just using and doing what we are told and taught to. So I just want to share quickly this page of the most common issues that lead to confidence, success and money blocks for women. Okay, this is not a complete list. Everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have different fears, different beliefs, different stuff that's holding them stuck. But this is just a list of common issues. I want you to look at this and I want you to see what resonates with you. Fear of success, fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of being rejected, fear of being seen, fear of being hurt. They're all massive things that women feel in business. 4 out of 5 women are struggling with these things, and they're struggling with the current personal development tools that they're spending a ton of money on, wanting results, wanting to up-level, wanting to shift this stuff, this belief, this pain, this emotion, so that they can, level up, but they're stuck. Nothing's working. Okay, big things for women: feeling shame, feeling unworthy, feeling not good enough, feeling not confident, not trusting others, not trusting themselves. Any of these resonate with you? Guilt of not spending enough time with the kids, not spending enough time with work. It's like we can't win whichever way we go. I should do more here, I should do less, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Guilt, massive. Okay, so these are all issues. We call them issues. It's either a belief or an emotion. Okay, and it can be, every woman's going to be different in her life experience, in what she has that is stuck there. And a lot of women are not entirely sure what it may be that they are stuck in. And that's where I can come in and get into that with you and dig into that language and find out what it is. Now, just for the record, when I say female, I'm talking about anyone who's born with a uterus, okay? Now, when we are born with a uterus, as women are, every single one of our 70 to 100 trillion cells are coded female, okay? Coded female. That means that we have the programs that run this uterus, that run a 28-day cycle. Now, we have that cycle. Contrary to popular belief, it doesn't just start when we hit puberty. It is running in the background in our unconscious from the time that we're born, okay? That is a program that only the female mind has. It runs releasing hormones, and those hormones are different for every day, every week of our cycle, okay? We have a completely different realm of unconscious, and that is the creator of life engine room, okay? We grow, even if we don't actually use it, we have the programs, the hardware and the programs to create life. I know that some women, I'm a childless, not by choice woman, so I know that there are glitches that can happen in our system. However, we have the hardware and we have the software, the programs, the unconscious realm that creates, that has all the programs, that knows how that is done within this body, within this mind that we have. Now, the male brain does not have that realm of unconscious. It does not have that program, okay? It doesn't have the hardware. It doesn't have a uterus. It doesn't have a womb, okay? It doesn't have the hardware, the body that is created for that specific purpose. Okay, there is no right or wrong. There is no one's better than the other. Our biology is different. Our hardware is different, which means our programs, the programs that we run are different. Our mind is different, and therefore we require tools, processes, education, methods, therapies that speak to our female mind. Does that make sense, ladies? Can you think that because we have these programs, this 28-day cycle where every single day is different, you know this, You know, 1 week, you're great, you're happy, you're motivated, you know, everything's going well. You know, the next week, oh, I'm just not quite feeling it. And then the next week, you're deep in emotion. Okay, this is the hormones. You know, we have times of the month where if we knew exactly which each one did, we could work our best in the week where we have the best hormones for that specific time flowing. And when we're in what we call winter, when we're in that time where we're getting ready for our period, and when we're in that week, we give our body the rest that it needs because we've done the work in the other 3 weeks. We're not feeling guilty about it. And if we tell the people around us, you know what, don't poke the bear, you know, in 3 days out of the month, and I'm not going to be overly sensitive or overly cranky or overly whatever. Okay, understanding who we are, how we function is going to create a bigger change in our lives without the deep-rooted healing stuff that I want to talk about. But knowing that we are female, that we have to have, for real change, for real deep clearing of beliefs and emotions, all of that, I'm not good enough, and fear of success, and fear of being heard, fear of being rejected, and all of this crap that's been sitting in our DNA. And it's not as easy as what it is for men when they say, just do it, push through it, get over it. They can do that in a much better, easier way because their hardware is different. Their mind is different. They have a completely different running system. And they're creating tools that fit with their system. But it doesn't fit with us. And this is why women, way more than men, have overwhelm, get stressed out, and burn out. We're frying our circuits because we're using tools that don't work for us. Now, to explain it very simply, I hope this sort of makes sense, you know, iPhone, Android, okay, they're both phones, they're both technology, they can both do pretty much the same things, okay? They can both make calls, they can both do text, they can both send messages, they can both take video and photos, you can get on the internet, you can do 100 different things. However they've been made, their hardware is different. You can't download iTunes onto a Samsung. It's not compatible. It doesn't work. It was created specifically for the iPhone. Does that make sense? You know, simply, we know this with technology. When we have a phone, we know we've either got an Android or an iPhone, okay, we know that we need to download, and sometimes we only have the option because they're not available on that specific tool. They don't give us the option to download Google Play on an iPhone because it's not compatible. It wasn't made for that. Sometimes on your computer, it'll come up and say, oh, look, go get this amazing new program. You go iTunes or Google Play, Apple Store, Google Play. You have specific apps, specific programs that run specific hardware. And this is what we've got to get to know. It makes perfectly common sense when you think about it. You know, we are female and we are so completely different. So we need different female specific tools to really make a difference. Yes, we can go and we can try and download all of those other tools, but it's not going to make life easier for us. It's going to make it harder. Okay, so right now, 70% of attendees at most personal development courses are women. Okay, because we want change, and it doesn't happen instantly like it does for men, because we're learning the male brain way. We want change. We want to grow. We want to up level. We want to be the best we can be. And we want to clear out this shit that we know is stopping us, that's blocking us, that's causing us procrastination, that's keeping us stuck, holding us back from where we want to be, okay? And that is because we're not using the right tools. It's not even the right, it's the compatible tools for us, okay? So we go to a course and, oh yeah, it sort of makes sense, but then we go home and we can't, you know, it doesn't shift, it doesn't connect. I had a client here only a couple of days ago, and she'd done a lot of courses, a lot of programs, a lot of coaching, okay? And she said to me, you know, it was just like this noise in my head. I could read it and I could take it in, but it just got all scrambled because there was too much other confusion in there with all of the blocks, with all of the beliefs, with all of the emotions, that it came out scrambled, okay? That's basically the best way I can describe it. But once we had done her breakthrough, you know, we cleared out layers and layers and layers of beliefs, of emotions. You know, she had created or gained a whole new perspective. She'd expanded that emotional intelligence. And then we went back and I started doing a bit of coaching on how she could move forward. And she said, you know what, Maria, oh my God, she said, I've heard some of this stuff I've actually heard before, but it never made sense. I could never see it clearly. But now it makes perfect sense. Oh my God. So once you clear out that noise, then coaching, then the programs, the courses, everything else makes sense. But we've got to work on all of this stuff that's in there to start with. It's like you're trying to see clearly through a window, but it's covered in frosted non-see-through stuff. You're never going to be able to see clearly until you remove that frosted part of the glass, that film that's stopping other people from seeing in. You can't see out either. Does that make sense? So we're throwing our circuits, we're spending a ton of money, and we're constantly doing program after program after program, going to guru after guru after guru, but we just are not. And we're not told. I didn't know any of this stuff either. So I'm just going to quickly go over just a couple of things about our female mind, even though, you know, we have that hardware that I've explained. A couple of other things, okay? We have a larger limbic system, which means we link emotion to everything. Everything is connected. We have our prefrontal cortex develops at a younger age, which makes us feel fear more. We take fewer risks than men because we feel fear more. Anxiety and fear can get out of control, out of hand more quickly. We have more head-heart connection, and that's the same with that linking emotion to everything. Okay, this is like our emotions, if you want to know. You know, a guy will go into Bunnings on the paint wall and you've said you want blue, he'll just pick a blue. Is it dark blue? Is it light blue? And we know that there's 1,000 different shades of blue. Okay, and we use that language in how we describe how we feel. We have more words for more language for how we feel. Our emotions, we're more in touch. We have more head-heart connection. Okay, we have 8 times more crying hormone. So yes, we're going to cry more often. And yes, at particular times of the month, we're going to cry a lot more because that hormone is going out of control. Okay, we need to know we're different. We have different retina cells than men's eyes. Okay, I'm just glancing over because I don't want this to be too long. I can see it's 20 minutes already. We see minute detail, okay? We see the eyes, we see if they're happy or sad, we see if the brow's furrowed, we see if the nose is flared. We can see a friend, 100 meters away, whether she's in a shitty mood or not, because the expression on her face. And we think because we can that everybody else can as well. Men don't see that finer detail. And they don't then say, oh God, oh my God, the boss has got the shits. What did I do? They don't go inferential. They don't make it about themselves. We make everything personal. The boss has got the shits. It must be something that I've done. Was the report not good enough? Where he had a fight with his wife or a flat tire or goodness knows what, something completely unrelated, but we stress and we worry and we ruminate and we chew on things and it drives us crazy until we can get rid of a lot of that stuff, okay? So your female difference covers your brain, your hormones, your intuition, your biology, and your history. Now, your history, I'm talking about epigenetics, and I'll do a video on that at another time. Okay, but there are massive differences in your hardware and in your software, in the programs that you have running, therefore requiring for your best good, for your most amazing transformation, for clearing the shit. I know you've probably tried 100 different things in the past. Perhaps you've tried therapy, perhaps you've tried counseling. Maybe it's been NLP, timeline, EFT, kinesiology. Perhaps it's been coach after coach after coach and all these gurus, programs and courses, okay, to try and get you in a better place than what you are right now. But they've all been formulated by the male brain. So yes, some of it we can take in, and obviously there's always an exception, okay? 4 out of 5 women struggle with this. 1 out of 5 will do absolutely amazingly well, okay? If you're the 1 out of 5, they're definitely there. And it's like 7 out of 8 men will do absolutely perfectly well with their tools, their software, and there's 1 out of 8 that will not, okay? There's always an exception to the rule. So, yeah, you've probably tried a lot of different things before, all of those different things. Anyway, okay, so I want to stop this because I could talk for hours and hours, but I want to ask you, what is the real cost of staying where you are, staying stuck, staying in a holding pattern while all of these beliefs or emotions are stopping you from being the best version of yourself, stopping you from moving forward or breaking through that glass ceiling, getting bigger money, getting more success. So, but in your business, in your relationships, in your children's lives, okay, what you feel, they feel. Whether you try and put a mask on, try and pretend, if you're stressed out, you're worried, you're forever feeling not good enough or not worthy, they're going to experience that through the way that you give out your energy, the way that you speak, the way that you think, the way that you act, the way that you react, okay? It affects every area of your life. So I really want you to stop and think about what is the real cost of staying where you are. Because this isn't life, we only get one shot at it. We only get one shot at living this life the best way that we can. And I want to ask you, do you want to make yourself a priority? Do you want to choose to live it fully to the best that you can? Do you want to clear out the stuff, the baggage, okay, that could be weighing you down? I don't know, or it could just be stopping you in one area of your life that you want bigger, better results. And if you do, I work with women who are serious and committed to making change and are 100% committed to investing in themselves, okay? So I've got listed a couple of ways down here that you can connect with me. I will be making a couple more videos on a couple of the different areas the 2 different areas that I didn't mention today. So keep an eye out for them. But if you just want to connect, I've got a link for just a 15-minute free chat. If you want to have a deep dive analysis into the blocks, the beliefs, the issues that are holding you back, causing you pain, keeping you stuck, there is a link for that. Now that call does have a cost on it, because I want to know that you are serious and committed to investing in yourself. And if you then go on to another program, then the cost of that call will be taken off. If you just want to follow me, if you want to get to know me more, you don't trust me or like me yet, you can join the Facebook group, Feminine Evolution, or email me to get on my email list, and I can put you on there, and you can, you know, I don't get to a great deal. I do have a website. It's restorebalanceandharmony.com. You know, I am not great at the tech, okay? I'm not great at making a website look absolutely amazing, but I am absolutely astounding, astonishingly fabulous at getting women results. And those results are clearing, resolving, releasing the stuff that you know you have right now. It could be a list of 20. It could be that whole 50 that we've seen in that slide. You've got all of those. What would it be like if you could have every single one of them? Not an issue for you, not holding you back in any way, in less than a month. All of those are gone. Never going to spend any more money on those issues. What would that be worth to you if you could take all of the crap, all of the pain, all of the emotion, all of the beliefs that you know you're struggling with or are holding you stuck, and you could literally say goodbye. Goodbye. Never to be thought about again. That is what I do. That is what I help women achieve. And the results, if I take you on, are guaranteed. That is the guaranteed outcome. We work together until they are gone. So please, I would love to hear with you. I'd love to have a conversation. Reach out and we can have a chat. So I will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me or for watching this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.